Hi guys, and welcome to your daily tarot reading for Saturday the 15th of June. Thank you for joining me. It's a pleasure to be with you today. I'm using one of my favorite decks, the Cosmic Tarot. It's really over the top. It's very camp and kitschy. I adore it. I love it. Doesn't matter what deck you use, if it speaks to you and you feel like it gives you a kind of opening into your own intuition, then no matter what it looks like, it's fine. Like the Mother Peace deck, a lot of people hate the art on that, but a lot of people feel really, really nurtured and connected to it. The simplicity and the earthiness of it really draws them in. So the tarot is a very subjective process. If you don't feel it, if it's like, these cards don't speak to me at all, they bore me, then find a deck that does speak to you. If the tarot doesn't speak to you at all, there are other ways of tuning in. Maybe you can tune in directly if you want to figure out what's coming up for you. Or you can use things like runes, or you can use reading candle wax, or being a medium, or anything like that. There are different ways of doing things. Okay, so we've got Strength, then the Prince of Swords in reverse, and the Queen of Swords and Queen of Wands in reverse. So what I'm getting is that two people aren't here. They're gone. And it's just you. On your own, being strong, holding up, being the literal poster girl for strength, having a t-shirt with a lion on it because you embody strength. And you have a cobra in your hair, a tiara with a cobra on it because you're strong. And you have this tattoo of it extends to the cobra, but in itself, it's like the horns of Taurus. I'm stubborn. I'm bullish. I will get what I want. The lion itself is noble and spiritual. It reminds me of the Brahmin in India who have these markings on their foreheads and these very spiritual auras that they give off, and they lead these lives of deprivation and really having very little in the physical world, and they live a spiritual life. So she's kind of playing peekaboo with us. She's kind of holding up this lion and saying, I am vulnerable to myself and I know who I am. I'm a cobra. I take care of myself. I can go where I want. I'm the king and queen of my world. I can protect myself if I sense danger. And I have desires. I have a strong will. And I really want to live my most authentic life. But when it comes to other people, I feel like I have to cover up, and I have to cover up my strength from you because you're not going to like that. You're either going to feel jealous, or you're going to think I'm coarse, or you're going to make judgments about me which have nothing to do with me. I just want to be free. I just want to be naked and run through the fields and be happy and go to the volcano and see the lava explode and have a good time. So this is like the ultimate free spirit. It's interesting that I chose this deck for today's reading because you can't choose the wrong deck. It's the law of attraction. You always choose the right deck. And the Strength card is usually a very demure woman in a white spiritual dress. This chick is not demure. She is like wild. Look at those eyes. They're smoldering. She is someone who wants to live her own life without restriction and without rules and without anyone saying you can do A, B, and C, but not D, E, F. She does not give two hoots. So she's at the center of the universe today. What they do in different tarot decks is they switch the Strength card around with the Justice card. So sometimes the Strength card is 8. And so Justice then becomes 11. And sometimes they make the Strength card 11 and they make the Justice card 8. I personally prefer Strength being 8 because in numerology, 8 represents strength and power, and 11 represents the master number of service. So with this reading, the fact that we've got strength and her being this wild Nell type of jungle girl really means that, as an example, she is of service to other people, not because she's directly helping people, but she's saying, I don't care about your societal rules. I'm a free spirit. I'm going to live the way I live, and I'm going to go running around naked, and I don't care. I own this land. Get off my property if you don't like it. Usually these kind of stories in real life have a tragic ending, like Rudyard Kipling's Jungle Book. You know, Mowgli has to reintegrate to society, and he has to leave behind one world and accept another because they're fundamentally different. Or in Nell, she's like totally damaged by being out in the wilderness, and she can't speak the language, and she's really, she doesn't fit in. And this is not tragic. She knows what the real world is. She knows how to function in the real world. She just chooses not to because she feels judged. And that judgment doesn't crush her. She can deal with it. She's cool with it. She's like, okay, you see me as a wild thing, as a nonconformist, as somewhat eccentric. Fine. That's what you think of me. I don't care. I want my privacy, and I want to be able to do my dance around the mountain, and I worship her as the goddess of the land, and that's my thing. Okay, so really the reading is about this. It's about you. It's about what you want to do today, and having the strength to stand up for yourself and to say, do you know what, guys, it's Saturday. I'm not working. I know you all want to go do this thing that you all think is so great, but I really think it's the dumbest activity that I could possibly imagine. I'm not joining. I'm going to stay home. Like, it's so funny. I went to, when my sister was in England, she tried out living here. And one day with the kids, we went to a, what was it called? Ape Gone Wild or something. And we had to climb trees and zip line. And I couldn't believe my sister would take me to something like that. And I was complaining and moaning. And then my nephew ratted me out. I was with my nephew on one of the trees, and he goes, Mom, Uncle Greg just said the F word. Uncle Greg just said he'd rather be sitting on the toilet than doing this. So instead of putting yourself through that, just don't do it. If you don't like something, just don't conform the way I did. Just say, I don't want to climb trees today, thank you very much. The Prince of Swords is someone who's figuring out how to think, and he doesn't know what he's thinking. So sometimes he makes the wrong judgment, sometimes he's aggressive, sometimes he gets the wrong end of the stick. This is not someone you want to hang out with. You want to hang out with the King of Swords because he's intelligent and he makes the right decisions. The Prince of Swords is going to be your friend one day. He's going to be hot and cold. The next day, he's going to call you names, so forget him. So it's a good thing that he's in reverse. Bye-bye. You don't help. And the Queen of Wands she looks very similar, doesn't she? She is really beautiful. And the Queen of Wands is someone who has achieved her soul mission and who has mastered being herself and getting everyone to follow her way of doing things. So she's got the castle, the archer, he's protecting her. That's in reverse. You haven't got to the Queen of Wands stage yet. You get to the Queen of Wands stage by being strong, by not conforming, and by doing your own thing. Because Wands is about your life purpose and fulfilling your life purpose by listening to your passion to what motivates you, not what other people guilt you into, or trying to clear your name because some fool started a ridiculous rumor about you and he didn't see you for what you are and he got confused, and then he's told all his friends a story that didn't even make sense and wasn't true. The Queen of Wands is someone who loves her life, and she's in charge, and she's creative, and she's protected, and she's fired up, and she does as she pleases. And she lives a really rich, beautiful life. And you don't get there by being a weepy, is that the word? No. Unconfident? No, that's not a word. Insecure. You don't get to be the Queen of Wands by being insecure, by being weak, by being full of self-pity and reliant on other people. So today, see this as training to flex your muscles and to become stronger by carving out your own time, your own space, doing what you want to do. If other people have to be involved, getting them to do what you want, asserting yourself and not backing down. It's important to exercise your strength today. That's what I'm getting. Interesting as a follow-up to yesterday, where you were super frustrated and the world was just blocking you at every corner. And that's why you want to go off on your own today and experience your joy by yourself. Today you have the freedom to actually not be blocked everywhere. No one's standing in your way. These two are in reverse, remember? So nothing's standing in your way and you can enjoy yourself. But if people have to be in your life, then they are no match for you today. They're like dominoes that have fallen over and you're in charge and you're the boss. And if you don't feel comfortable in that position, being the boss, practice it, try it out, try it on for size. See what it feels like to tell people what to do today. We're not going to the cinema, we're going bowling. I mean, that's a non-decision anyway. I mean, we're not going to have ice cream. We're going to the Museum of British Arts and you're eating vegan sorbet. Do what you feel is right, okay? It's going to serve you by helping you make better decisions for yourself, and you become better in making good decisions and knowing what you think, and it will lead you to permanent independence in your life through standing up for yourself, being capable, independent, self-sufficient, and being the master of your own destiny. 11, and these court cards count as 1. So 11 and 1 is 12, and 1 is 13. 1 and 3 is 4. 4 is stability and structure. It's foundation. It's permanence. So you achieve strength and carving out your own way of life by actually living it. You have to do it to make it happen. And by doing it, you're creating an environment where you can live the way you want. Obviously, if you're watching this and you're 13 years old, your parents are going to tell you, go to school, eat your dinner, da-da-da-da-da. But if you're an adult and you're working a job, you may feel similar. You may feel like, I have no choice over my life. I've got responsibilities. I've got kids. I've got this 9-to-5 job. I can't just go traipsing off and do what I want. You're not on planet Earth for other people. You're on planet Earth to progress as a spiritual being. So you've got to find your own niche. You've got to carve out something that's just yours and that you're not going to give up. People don't respect you if you give up everything that's yours. People respect others who stand up for themselves and sometimes say, no, absolutely not. I am not doing that. I'm not playing that. This is mine. Back off. People respect that, in my experience. Have a wonderful day. Create this foundation for yourself. If you'd like a personal reading with me, please get in touch via the website. It's gregoryscott.com. Click on the Readings tab to order your reading. I use the tarot, astrology, and numerology in my personal readings. I can answer any questions you may have about your life purpose or vocational aptitudes. If you like my videos, please hit the subscribe button and share the videos online. Have a glorious Saturday here. Really find yourself and be strong within yourself. Have a great day, and I'll speak to you tomorrow.